Hey Bobcats, welcome back to the final episode of Green is the New Black.
First up, we have some thank yous for the teachers here at BMHS.
We cross the country in an airplane with the wings on fire, hanging from the seatbelt sign. That's the one thing.
Thank you, Mr. Autumn!
I'd just like to thank Miss McCoy for helping me get my life together. Thank you, Miss McCoy.
Thank you, Coach Robert.
Thank you, Coach Roberts, for the great soccer season.
Thank you, Samuel,
Devaldenebro,
for teaching me how to play guitar.
and making me better at math.
Thank you, Mr. Devaldenebro, for staying here till 7:30 at night to help me practice my AP stats for the exam. You're the best.
So close to giving up, so close to going all the way. So close to taking.
I would like to thank Coach Garza because he's super inspirational.
Thank you, Miss Dent, for teaching me your ass out.
I just want to thank Miss Dent because you're just awesome, man.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez, for teaching me so much about band.
Thanks, Coach Rogers, for not being annoying.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Over the hum of an electric chair to live like this could take.
Mr. Johnston.
Thanks, Coach Chavez, for being the best teacher ever.
Thank you, Miss Urbina. Thank you, Miss McKee.
I'd just like to thank Matt Sargent for always being there for me and helping me out.
And these could be the best or darkest days.
Thank you, Miss Sargent, for being a great mentor to me.
I would just like to thank Major Dunkelberger.
Thank you, Miss Contreras, for always being the person that I can rant to and always making me want to care about chemistry.
Thank you, Coach Davies, for being an awesome coach and being my volleyball coach.
Thank you, Ms. Dunham, for being my favorite chemistry teacher I've ever had.
Thank you, Coach Taylor, for being an inspiration, a great teacher, and an even better coach.
So close to going nowhere. So close to giving.
Thank you, Miss Vargas, for being a great geometry teacher.
Thank you, Mr. Krempa, for letting us use your microwave.
And for letting me store an egg in your ceiling for a brief period of time. Thank you, Mr. Pavlovich, for helping me with my AP test skills.
I have a very special person to thank. This guy.
Thank you, Petty Officer, for teaching me how to act.
Thank you, Coach Clark.
Thank you, Coach Clark, for being awesome.
I want to thank Coach Clark for making me a better person and helping me get through obstacles that nobody else would help me get through.
So close to going all the way.
Thank you, Mr. Salisbury.
Thank you, Coach Smooth.
Thank you, Miss Gallagher.
Taking off so close to going nowhere.
Thank you, Coach Donut.
Thank you, Coach Lofton, for helping me to be a better basketball player.
Thank you, Ms. Strecko, for being the best AP teacher ever.
Thank you, Miss Behan.
Thank you, Miss Smithhart. We love your cookies and you make upstairs smell great.
Thank you, Miss Vasquez, for being a great teacher and a good role model.
I got a condo.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Thank you, Coach Altmiller, for putting up with our attitude and letting us goof around in your class.
Thank you, Mr. Nino, for bringing out the best in us.
And throwing erasers at us.
Thank you, Mr. Nino, for helping me with my writing.
Thank you, Miss O'Brien, for being our biggest supporter. We love you.
If you want it, got it. If you want it, said you got it.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for not only pushing me, but our entire class.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson, for being a miracle worker. Teaching me 3 years of one.
I want to thank Mr. Pearson for helping me from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
I'd like to thank Major Dunkelberger for pushing me to work harder at everything I do and always believing in me.
Thank you, Miss Adia.
Don't forget your brain dump.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky
Thank you, Miss Adia.
Thank you, Ms. Borhaus, for helping me this year with my strategies for this year.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks, for being a good science teacher.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Thank you, Miss Hudgens, for teaching me history.
Thank you, Ms. McKennis.
Thank you, Miss Cole, for teaching me cool stuff.
Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl,
Thank you, Coach Rodriguez, for being a good football coach.
The teacher I'd like to thank is Mr. Brown, because he just gets right to the point.
shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats.
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for helping us pass the contest.
And for showing us something I didn't know existed.
I want to thank Mr. Brown for always being there for us.
Thank you, Miss Sloan, for being a great art teacher.
Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles.
Thank you, Mr. Kinley. You're the best teacher ever.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Miss Gonzalez, for taking the patience to always teach us. You're the best.
I want to thank Coach Clark for teaching me everything I know about the Civil War, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. K, and don't forget to simmer down over yonder.
Thank you, Coach Young, for encouraging us to join track.
Thank you, Coach Young, for an amazing volleyball and track season.
I want to thank Coach Flores for everything he's done for us as a team.
Thank you, Ms. Quinones, for helping me with math in 6th grade.
The teacher I'd like to thank is Mr. Hike for helping me with math because I'm horrible at it.
The teacher I would like to thank is Mr. Hike because I got a 93 in math.
Thank you, Mr. Hyde, for getting us high scores in the STAR test.
Thank you, Mr. Hike, for preparing me for the STAR test.
I would like to thank Miss Lively for 7th grade help. She always helped us with strategies, and I really like her.
Thank you, Miss Ocampo, for being a chill teacher at times.
Thank you, Miss Bobby, for being an amazing teacher.
Thank you so much to all of our wonderful teachers who dedicated their time and energy to us this year. Now let's take a look at our year in review.
Wish we could turn back time the time to make it all alright for you. Show me what you do now. Wish we could turn back time. Play that music too loud. It's my house, come on.
Turn the bass up.
I won't let go.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
Climb on board, turn it on. You know that I don't play. We'll go slow and high tempo, even when I'm away.
So come on, give me a taste.
You wanna be
Starving till I've tasted you. Give me the whole damn too.
Wish we could turn back time the time to make it all alright. I'll still dance with you. Show me what you do now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, what?
Play that music till I got it on. I won't let go. Bang bang.
Come on, turn the radio on.
All through my city, so I can sing them all my song on repeat, and I can't stop.
Don't you stop.
No, I can't stop. Don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey. Wish we could turn back time the time. The second you say you'd like me to.
Cause I slay.
Play that music till I got it on. Look out! Ooh, you should know that I won't let go. Bang bang.
Tell me what you came for.
Look what you got.
I might get your song played on the radio station. I might get your song played on the radio station.
I don't wanna know, no. Nah, watch me break it down like bang bang. money in my pocket.
I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby. This time I ain't gonna run. Tonight my game to play, and you won't die.
Players on there, come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
My name is no, my song is no. Baby, this is what you came for. Just can't see my life going on.
It's a paradise and it's a war zone.
All up in your show, yeah, at least now I know. This is what you came for.
I must be tough, I must behave, I must keep fighting.
You're willing to fight.
Don't give it up, I want to keep us compromising. Open your arms and pray to the truth that you're denying.
It took us a while, with every breath you take, we're never gonna lie. We got our share mistakes. Love can be a nasty place. You know it, I know it, yeah. Who knows why it's gotta be this way? I know.
What y'all trying to do?
My name is no, my song is no. Baby, this is what you came for. Just can't see my life going on.
It's a paradise and it's a war zone.
All up in your show, yeah, at least now I know. This is what you came for. Oh yeah.
Look out! I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Is it desire? No, we ain't kids no more.
Ain't you
Where are you taking me?
right from the start? You're took me to places I've never been. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
I won't stop time for you. What y'all trying to do?
My name is no, my song is no. Baby, this is what you came for. Just can't see my life going on.
It's a paradise and it's a war zone.
All up in your show, yeah, at least now I know.
Lay down all night. Wait a moment.
We don't have to worry about nothing, 'cause we got the fire, and we burning one hell of a something. Then we danced underneath the candelabra, she takes the lead. That's when we saw it in her eyes, shine bright like a diamond. I knew that we'd become one right away. So many dreams about you and me, happy endings, now I know. We're stressed out, I feel it coming on my throat. Guess I better wash my mouth out with soap. So happy I could tell come a long way.
Well, that's it for the final episode of this year. It's been an honor being your host. We'll see you next season on Green is the New Black.
like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.